I can't let this season go by without picking one of the TV Christmas movies to review. There's plenty to choose from, about hundreds are released a year. The trick is finding one that stands out. Well, that's all the same movie. Let's look at Netflix. Doing this job for so long has taught me that when in doubt, go with the one that sounds like a sex act. Hot Frosty. Perfect! I just saw Colin Farrell give Russell Crowe the old Hot Frosty in Winter's Tale. Meanwhile, there was a horrible tragedy when they attempted that in The Snowman. Picking the movie Hot Frosty is a safe bet. It stars the Queen of Christmas, Lacey Chabert, where 9 times out of 10 you'll get a rom-com or a grisly-ass Christmas slasher with Christmas cookies made of human skin. This one, however, tells the story of a widow who magically brings a snowman to life in the form of Dustin Milligan of Schitt's Creek. Will she find true love, or will she shack up with a sinister nutcracker to help him change his murderous ways? The filmmakers also have experience in TV Christmas movies, as the writer, Russell Hainline, wrote 3 Wiser Men and a Boy, the 3 men and a little lady of its time, minus the rap.
Little Lady Mary, we say please just close your eyes and count some Z's.
That would not help me sleep. Plus, the director, Jerry Ciccariti, did Angel Falls Christmas, plus worked on Schitt's Creek too, and has horror movie connections as well. He did Graveyard Shift 1 and 2. No matter, time to check out Hot Frosty, a title which says, that's gonna cost you a little extra.
I'm watching my video. I'm watching my video. Oh, watching my video.
We've got no time to waste. This movie is starting out with the plot fast.
Christmas fairy tales have often included the wonder of a snowman coming to life, destined to bring its magic to the right person.
Or sometimes kill you in the shower. Alright, no more Jack Frost references. I've done enough of those this year, and how is he gonna come to life now? You ran over his hat! It starts out with some funny gags, like when you think her house is the Christmassy one, but isn't. Definitely my house. I don't want to put up lights. It's cold. I'll put some flakes in the window. Lacey plays Kathy Barrett, and her house seems to have some problems. Like, did it previously belong to Nancy in Elm Street? Seems like a sweet place. It comes with a pee and poop bucket provided by the renters. We get a hint that her husband is no longer with us as we zoom in on the picture of her and her previous love, Tyrone Power, rocking a Christmas beard. But whether it's a comedy or whether it's a horror film, it will involve an annual snow sculpture competition. It's one of those TV Christmas towns where you wonder what they do in the off-season. In January, they're just stuck with a lot of snow and nothing to celebrate. On the plus side, though, whenever I watch one of these, it makes me really hungry for diner food. I'm gonna need some breakfast ASAP.
Good morning, Jan.
Do you have any chocolate chip pancakes today?
Good morning, Miss Megan.
That's not a yes. Answer my damn question. Kidding, she'll whip some up.
Well, chocolate chip pancakes are usually for Sunday brunch, but you know what? I'll make you some if your mom says it's okay.
It's not. You're having grapefruit and water. She takes care of all the other businesses, too.
So here's 1 turkey sandwich, no mayo, and 1 turkey sandwich, a disgusting amount of mayo.
Turkey.
Whatever, that's exactly what I'd order. Remember, she's single, so that means people are lining up to give her advice.
Bundled up in my favorite red scarf, went down to the local pub, and lo and behold, met the man of my dreams that very night.
That's right, we want you to get drunk at the bar and take home the first hunk who isn't vomiting up spiked eggnog. Also, we have a magic scarf for you. Our magic hat was run over by a drunk driver who you should not take home from the bar. I think she's already a little toasted. Who says the man of my dreams has to be a person? He can be made of snow!
Well, clearly you've been doing your push-ups.
Man, she's gonna bang that snowman. Kinda wish the snowman wasn't already handsome. Just saying, it'd be way funnier if he started out looking like this. Hug me! Anyway, that was easy enough. It's a good thing she picked this to put the scarf on instead of, well, here you go, Mr. Krampus. You look mighty cold and misunderstood. I like that when he becomes human, he doesn't magically have on shorts. No, it's a grown-ass naked man walking around Christmas Town.
Hi there. Oh.
And he's giving the old-timers a heart attack. First things first, get yourself some clothes and a nice pair of Nikes. That's gonna do you wonders when you have to battle Cyborg Santa after you were both sent from the future. They're also not afraid to have him come across as a crazy person.
I was made of snow, and now I'm made of not snow.
I'll look past that. You're hot. She even invites him to the diner after she saw him talking to other snowmen. If this was me doing this, she'd call the police immediately. Hell, she advises them not to call the sheriff because he takes his job too seriously.
He arrested someone at the movies once.
For what?
Excessive candy unwrapping.
I see no problem with that. I'll vote for him for sheriff. You know who should also be arrested? People who want the theater seat that you're sitting in, so they pick the seat next to you in an empty theater, knowing you'll move. It's okay, it's Sheriff Craig Robinson. He runs on justice and hilarity.
You want to grab some breakfast at Kathy's? We're buying.
You can't buy me breakfast.
It could influence the investigation.
And some little shit ate my chocolate chip pancakes. It's getting much harder not to reference Jack Frost.
Is it Jack? Right there, like it says Jack. Is that you?
Oh, it could be.
I assure you, I did not name my son after a snowman. At least she buys into the premise quickly enough. Only one way to know if he's a snowman or not. So tell me, do you like carrots? Meanwhile, in the sitcom spin-off starring Robinson and Joe Latruglio, an Andy Griffith show for our time. I don't know if I've seen him turn it up to 11 like this before.
And now, it's time to take action. Bring this man to justice.
That's not a pun. You're supposed to do that and say a pun. And I don't know if a minor checkup will fix all this.
So he says he doesn't remember anything before last night.
That's not good.
I was a snowman.
That's definitely not good.
I knew it. You're diagnosed with a strong case of being too handsome for me to see any red flags. He's like the opposite of the girl with the constant fever who melted snow in Winter's Tale. In this case, he's ice cold and is sweating because he's melting. The doctor seems to think it's legit.
Santa, elves, flying reindeer. The scientist in me knows they shouldn't exist. But what in the world would be a little bit better if they did?
There should not have been a but in that sentence. What kind of doctor are you? Well, sir, your left foot fell off, so that means you got a strong case of the sweet tooth. Hell, she wants to move in with him.
How would you like to stay with me, Jack? I could take care of you.
Right? Come stay with me. That's the lesson I picked up from An American Werewolf in London. At least Kathy has some sense.
You know, wouldn't you prefer like a nice hospital bed?
The hell kind of movie do you think this is? No one's going to the hospital. You're right. He's free to stay over at my place, but he's gonna need his own pissin' and shittin' cup. It wouldn't be a Netflix Christmas movie without references to other Netflix movies. This time they're in-jokey about it when they're watching the Lindsay Lohan one.
I know who I am.
That is so funny. That looks just like a girl I went to high school with.
Obvious reference to the high school classic Mean Girls 2. I want to stay here too. He flips it over to the cooking channel. My kind of holiday. A cozy day, binge watching every single holiday themed cooking competition. Oh yeah, that's right. He's into cooking now.
I want to work at the diner. I want to help people like you do.
Okay, but no, not today.
Okay, stop using pieces of coal as chocolate chips, then we can talk. He's pretty much a child, like I'm watching Sexy Elf.
I'm so excited to be here with you. I love this house, and I love you.
You don't love me.
It's like it's a Frosty the Snowman porn parody, but a family film producer got the script and said, I can fix this. As for the cops on loan from the That Darn Cat remake,
I do not tolerate funny business.
We know, Nate. There's nothing funny about you.
Whatever, Hot Tub Time Machine was awesome. How long until he accidentally sets the house on fire? He may not know what cats are, and he may not know the difference between a record and a pizza, but he knows that crosses are the best way to defeat vampires, and then when he discovers the files about how Kathy's husband died, he senses that cancer and chemotherapy aren't cheerful. Yet he doesn't know how to greet someone at the door.
Are you here?
Don't worry, there's nothing to be scared of. He promises he'll never go streaking again.
Streak?
Yeah, did you, run by with no pants on?
Yes.
Great, okay, so we can't do that.
Oh.
A bad time to tell her I snuck out of the house to flash a mall Santa. There's no rhyme or reason to what he understands and what he doesn't.
Yeah, I need you to just lay low.
Lay low.
No.
You gotta be patient with me. I take certain phrases very literally, but one afternoon of watching TV and I can make pizza and also homemade eggnog. It's just a bottle of Jack Daniels and milk, right? By the way, the tones go so wildly out of control that it kinda works.
Okay, so earlier today, I was checking the house for vampires.
Okay.
Now watch how that's followed up.
What's cancer?
Let's tell you how to make a stuffed crust first. The actors are committed, though. Lacey Chabert is so good at this type of movie that she could do it in her sleep and still be good in it. And he finds that good balance between dumb and likable and both, like it's a body swap comedy that would star Zachary Levi. But the rules of their relationship are a little weird.
Isn't this so amazing? So let's go.
Here's the thing. People who just met, they don't really go on vacation together.
Yeah, they typically don't live together either. I'm ashamed to admit that I watch a hell of a lot of these TV Christmas movies. Wait, I'm not ashamed of that at all. I love watching these. But the only thing I don't like about watching them on Netflix is that I miss having commercial breaks. Hallmark movies have a one-up on the Netflix ones for that alone. Something about the cheesy holiday commercials and TV promos for upcoming Christmas movies kinda add to the experience. For instance, how about a break right now?
Why isn't the baby crying? Why aren't you crying?
Whatever. We warmed him up for you. Talk to us after you've changed the diaper. Already have.
3 Wise Men and a Baby. Only on Hallmark.
We're back, people.
In this video, we are going to show you step-by-step how to repair your own roof.
Excellent. He's suddenly gonna be great at home repairs now, while the townsfolk drive by like it's one of those old Diet Coke commercials on wheels. And I think they forgot to take some things out if this did used to be a porn script.
You're stuck in there pretty bad. You want me to get behind you and push?
What? This movie's hornier than a drunk mall elf. I'm ready, son. Now bang the hell out of my trunk. I bet these two are gonna kick their relationship up a notch.
Listen, how are you with electricity?
Can you handle a set of clamps and my nipples? It's like watching Edward Scissorhands if they wanted him to poke holes in their waterbed.
Okay, so anything else I can do for you ladies?
So sexy. Now start crying and we'll throw some crinkled up ones at you. With his hotness, it doesn't matter if it's freezing or not. We'll drive with the top down just fine. What are you doing? You're a wanted man.
Listen, you cannot be running around like this. There are people in town looking for you.
Like who?
Like Uncle Sam. You're not a yellow snowman, are you? The cops are putting it together that Jack may be a little off, like his fondness for ice.
Why is there no beverage for that ice?
Well, you think these nipples get hard on their own? Speaking of getting hard.
Feels so nice.
God, I love the feeling of fake snow in the morning. I guess he's got a job now. Don't know how that happened.
Oh, but I can't because I got a job doing maintenance at the middle school.
Okay, we need to immediately replace whoever does the hiring at the middle school. No fair. She doesn't want me working at the school. We're only 40 minutes in. You can't have your third act breakup already, especially after he fixed your shittin' leak in the ceiling, fixed up your TV room to watch even more Netflix movies, and closed up the steps so there will be no more nightmare killers sticking their hands through them. Guess he didn't plug it in right, though, so he's watching Netflix upstairs. No, I will not be watching Single All the Way. I already watched it this year. He's learned everything from television.
It's just doing what I saw on TV.
Thank God he didn't binge watch Breaking Bad. I would not trust his cooking. She can't say no to that face, so she lets him work at the school.
You don't leave the school. You don't tell anyone you're a snowman. And you certainly don't tell anyone you're the guy the sheriff's looking for.
Right, don't tell the school that you're the one who runs around naked. And I don't know about these song choices.
Some of us are simple.
So, a simple Jack Christmas? This movie gets better and better. The montage is funny, though. Oh my God, what have you done? That was my cousin! Anyway, I got great news. I was just made vice principal. Sometimes, though, I think he just plays dumb.
You know, maybe I should run for the hills, but it's nice, it's good looking.
Wait, you think I'm good looking?
You know exactly what you're doing. She may not be ready for a relationship with a human snowman.
I am not convinced that I can really love someone. I'm not convinced I have figured out how to love myself.
Have you tried Christian Mingle? You were literally in that movie. I love that if you just watched this scene with no context, you'd see a dude comforting a woman who is still grieving over the loss of her husband to cancer. You'd have no idea that he used to be a snowman till brought back to life by a scarf. It wouldn't take long, though, to figure out he may be a little slow.
Yeah, so there's this site on the computer where you can just order anything you want for people. It's great.
That's right, I got everyone in this town something called anal beads. It'll look great on my neck along with this scarf. At least he comes clean about the window breaking, though.
I was alone, and I was naked.
Well, I see nothing wrong here. Can you reenact it a little while naked, just so we know it's you? We've already forgiven you.
So you're not mad?
Nobody can be mad at Christmas.
His handsome pass lasts a full year. The cops, however, are still looking for the streaker when not distracted by soup.
How does a bowl of soup sound?
If it's thick, it might go.
Okay. Are you also a streaker? And do you too eavesdrop on the students' conversations like Jack does?
Would you maybe be interested in going with me?
What? But I wanted to be the middle school Snow King. Seriously, police, you should probably check up on Jack sooner or later.
Just wish I had a photo of Jack. He's in this somehow, I know it.
Would the photo also be for your private collection, Sheriff? No need to be too complicated. Jack comes in and proudly offers a picture of himself.
That is perfect.
Now do one with a flesh-colored candy cane and pucker your lips. Forget about that for a moment. While seeking advice on asking Kathy out for a date, he happens to notice that Deputy Joe pulls off a uniform as well.
Yeah, and not to mention your uniform.
It is a pretty good uniform.
Those dark brown pocket lapels are the perfect thing to accentuate your lower chest.
Not to mention the guy behind you checking out your ass. You got it going on, officer. This whole town is going to hell in a handbasket. What are you doing out there? They're gonna slip, and I don't need a deputy with a broken hip. But seriously, will she go to the Christmas dance with him?
You're going to the dance?
Yeah, I'm a chaperone.
Okay, seriously, who at the middle school is putting people in charge of things? You don't even have a resume or references. I have a feeling the only reason she says yes to a date is just so there can be a shopping/clothes-changing montage. That's right, just like the classic rom-com Pretty Woman, if Richard Gere only wanted a $50 Hot Frosty and that was the end. And if he was this close to getting the colored tuxedos from Dumb and Dumber, why not? Mary Samsonite is right there. He's even learning to tie bow ties from YouTube. Why doesn't he watch my channel? If he did, he'd be on his 12th McRib right now. It's only available for a limited time. Ditch the dance and have your date in the McDonald's parking lot. We'll be right back. I think there's a magic shop in town or something, and somehow that thing is gonna curse them. It's not. Only scarves have magic powers.
Watch out, little buddy, listen to me. You gotta play it safe around electricity. Play it safe around a tree. Watch out, be careful what you do.
We're back, and damn, he is great at decorating for a dance.
Mind you of anyone you know?
Oh my god, you know how much I love Bob's Big Boy. I think he's still melting too. He really wishes he had this party at that bitchin' ice party from Die Another Day. I think she's over her husband now.
I don't want to melt. You're giving off a lot of heat right now.
Oh, am I? I don't want to put you in danger.
I think it's worth the risk.
Then his dick fell off. He not only had time to learn to dance and decorate the place, but he also taught the school amazing choreography. Clearly he did watch my Saving Christmas video. Come on, go for it, dude. Wait, what are you doing? It's because you saw her shoveling your other cousin into the snowplow, isn't it? It's actually kind of dark when you think about it. He's worried about the two falling in love because he doesn't know if he's gonna end up melting or dying. One rewrite, and it's a dark body horror comedy where bits of his skin are falling and dripping off through the film. Regardless, these two are good together in it. It's way more interesting than the cop plot line, where I'm caring less and less about it as it goes along.
Who are you? Some youthful prankster? Longing to see the faces of the elderly, horrified by your exposed nether regions.
They really just give jobs to the first person who applies in this town. He even ruins the Christmas party by finally getting the security footage of naked Jack breaking the window. Why didn't you do this at the dance? You could have reenacted the prom conclusion from Encino Man, shot for shot. They already don't care about anything illegal that Jack does.
I got footage of you naked in the streets, amigo.
We're gonna need copies of that to make sure it's authentic. What are you doing, Sheriff? Let he who hasn't streaked naked with a scarf and smashed a window cast the first snowball. They're also cool with him being a snowman, too.
Remember that muscular snowman from the Snow Sculpture Festival?
I thought he looked familiar.
It's okay, Kathy is shocked that they immediately believe it, too.
So, you all, you just buy that he's a snowman? It's Christmas.
What does that mean? How did the scarf get magical? Who built this snowman? Who's the winner of the snowman competition? Whatever, Christmas magic or something. They'll need a Christmas miracle to get him out of jail.
Why don't you just go ahead and let me know how much bail is so we can get on with whatever this is you're trying to prove.
$2,000.
Oh, I'm also a judge now. Don't let the overacting fool you into thinking it isn't horrific when you think about it. He's dying from his inner snow melting, but the sheriff won't let him out until after Christmas, causing him to suffer a slow, agonizing death. All it takes is the whole town to come together in the 1950s? Is there a car show going on? Anyway, it just takes cold, hard cash to get him out. The funny thing is, I don't think half of these people know who he is. He hasn't had scenes with all of them. It's just a town full of wine moms who just want to see him naked again.
Because ever since he got here, he's been working to make our lives better.
Also, he danced for us. I needed that after being kicked out of Chippendales. Oh, he's still slowly dying, by the way. Of course, they'll get him outside and put him in the snow just in time.
Come on, you're a doctor. Do something.
Do what? You can't defibrillate a snowman.
Okay, fine. Let's cover him with chocolate sauce, sprinkles, nuts, and cherries. Sure, this is heartwarming and all, but what's gonna happen when spring rolls around? They are really gonna have to move to one of those 365 days a year Christmas towns. It's still weird about it. When they think he's dead, they just walk away, basically, until her kiss worked and he does stand up. Were you guys just about to leave my dead body here alone? You could have attempted an ambulance. Well, it makes sense to me. If the scarf brought him to life, then her kiss makes him fully human, so he'll no longer melt. That solves the impending doom of springtime. Don't ask questions, it's a Christmas miracle. Oh, and he's nice now. It just took the ending credits music kicking in. This is a fun movie. It knows the kind of silly Christmas romance it is, but is still genuine about it. It's unapologetic about how these two really have nothing in common except hotness. While it's a silly concept, I wish they went a little crazier with it, but the actors hold it together. If you like stuff like The Night Before Christmas, about the time-traveling night, you'll like this one too. They're pretty much the same exact fish-out-of-water romance. Though if Hot Frosty didn't do it for you in the kinky stocking stuffer department, you should get a copy of my new book for Christmas. Pick up my latest novel, Bat Pussy, over at Amazon by clicking the links in the comments and in the description. It'll be cheaper than a Hot Frosty, that's for sure.
Crime doesn't pay. Oh, not here, not today. Here in Hope Springs.